Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here we go.
They go with Jacobs. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. There's Garoppolo to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Again, this is Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, a 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Raiders 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. He finds some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield. They get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Here we go. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air, Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Allen to throw once more. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Allen again. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And again, it's Allen. That one complete to Anderson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 3. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The open man here, Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Garoppolo steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
Well, I wish his staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go, here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st down, and they're going to throw without him. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Here's Allen. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Allen going to keep this one himself.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the Raiders' 28-yard line.
Slot man moves right. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now?
Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
They deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the